Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is July 18th of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to execute a multifaceted plot to assassinate U.S. President Donald J. Trump on the date of July 19th of 2026, specifically to spawn the presidency of one J.D. Vance. So, according to the latest reports, U.S. President Donald J. Trump is going to attend the 2026 FIFA World Cup finale between Argentina and Spain at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, where he is slated to give the trophy presentation to the winner, which will likely be Spain. And interestingly enough, Donald J. Trump is going to be flanked by multiple heads of state. This is unprecedented. It would be one thing for the president of Mexico or the prime minister of Canada to attend because they were participants in the 2026 World Cup. But in this particular case, he is going to be flanked by President Joseph Aoun of Lebanon, Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico, Pedro Martinez of Spain, and then he's going to be with First Lady Melania Trump, as well as numerous other celebrities. So this suggests that some sort of an event is going to befall Trump and other heads of state surrounding the event, and that they're going to make it appear, because multiple heads of state are going to die on July 19th, that Trump was not targeted. That being said, the most likely assassination plot for the date of July 19th regarding U.S. President Donald J. Trump is that Trump is slated to take the Marine One helicopter from Trump National Club Bedminster in Bedminster, New Jersey, and he's going to fly to East Rutherford, New Jersey, to MetLife Stadium. Coincidentally, if you've been reading the newspapers or you've been watching television, you see that the entire eastern seaboard of the United States is covered in smoke because of these alleged Canadian wildfires. They're not wildfires, they're arson fires started by NATO satellite-based directed energy weapon-related attacks, laser attacks, but that's a different story for a different day. So I believe that the plan is to assassinate Trump prior to even getting to the stadium, because the last thing they want to do is make Trump look presidential in front of the whole world. And so they're going to try to off him before he even gets to the stadium. So I believe that's plan A, that they will claim that the Marine One helicopter crashed due to a lack of visibility, possibly crashing into the East River or the Port of New York or the Port of New Jersey. Other potential scenarios obviously include, but are not limited to, a 9/11 style terror attack, a suicide bombing, considering that the president of Lebanon, which is home to Hezbollah, is going to be in attendance at the match, is also a possibility. During the funeral of Supreme Leader Khamenei, the Iranians erected large banners of Trump dead, and there have been quotes by former Iranian presidents and IRGC members that they're going to bomb Trump with a drone. So obviously a drone-related bombing attack targeting MetLife Stadium or Marine One is possible. Other scenarios include, but are not limited to, a sniper attack that would likely be blamed on China, Iran, or Russia. Some sort of poisoning attack, possibly a mass poisoning attack targeting multiple heads of state and celebrities. Some sort of truck bombing targeting MetLife Stadium that results in the collapse of, partial collapse of the stadium. So this would be a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device, a VBIED attack, or some sort of submarine-based launch of a ballistic missile, cruise missile, or um, uh, drone strike targeting Marine One or MetLife Stadium, um, or some sort of ambush attack targeting Marine One while flying to MetLife Stadium or en route from MetLife Stadium the to Washington D.C., or some sort of ambush attack when Trump is coming into the stadium. Interestingly, the CIA has staged two high-profile psyops. The first was with Eli Manning, the former quarterback of the New York Giants. The Giants play at MetLife Stadium along with the New York Jets, and he did a cameo or I guess you could call it a short film where he basically dresses up undercover, I think it's called Eli Manning Undercover, and he sneaks into football practice at MetLife Stadium and pretends to be somebody else. And this is designed to foreshadow terrorists sneaking into MetLife Stadium. Also, the former quarterback of the New York Jets, who also play at MetLife Stadium, Mark Sanchez, was involved in a fake attack. Mark Sanchez is one of the chillest guys ever, and he's allegedly stabbing some guy, some rando, at the loading dock at MetLife Stadium, I believe it was at MetLife Stadium, or another location. But anyways, so he's the former quarterback of the Jets, and he's involved in a stabbing attack at a loading dock with a truck. So this suggests some sort of truck bombing, or that a truck is going to bring in terrorists into the stadium. Of course, this is going to be Israeli Mossad members or Israeli special forces that are going to kill Americans and a lot of Argentinians and a lot of Spanish people on the date of July 19th. If the CIA forgoes a direct assassination event targeting Donald J. Trump or other heads of state, they will likely resort to some other event which results in the death of Trump. This could be a man-made New York City earthquake attack. So the CIA could target New York City with a directed energy weapon, resulting in the collapse of the stadium. If you remember, about a week ago, the CIA staged this huge psyop in New York City where they had this beam that was allegedly buckling, and they had all these evacuations in downtown New York City. They also could stage an attack in New York City during the game, and then there would be some sort of a mass panic or stampede in the stadium, and that might kill Trump, especially if he's en route from the skybox down to the field for the presentation. There's also the possibility that the elevator that takes Trump up to the skybox would malfunction, and then Trump would be killed with Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico and Pedro Sanchez, who the Israelis are trying to kill. Also, it should be mentioned that Pedro Sanchez has a big bullseye on his back. Him and his wife, they've indicted his wife for corruption charges because he's against Israel and their genocide of the Palestinians. So what they're going to try to do on July 19th is get a 2-for-1. They're going to try to kill Sanchez and Trump at the same time. And this may be blamed on a cartel-related attack because Claudia Sheinbaum is going to be there. So MS-13 or some sort of Tren de Aragua or some sort of Venezuelan national, because Hugo Chavez is current. Hugo Chavez, the former president of Nicolas Maduro, is currently being imprisoned in New York City on drug and terrorism charges, I believe, after being arrested by the Trump administration. So some sort of cartel, Tren de Aragua, MS-13 related event targeting the stadium is expected. So just to recap, it's 100% certain that Donald J. Trump is going to die on July 19th of 2026, surrounding his appearance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup finale between Argentina and Spain at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. on the date of July 19th of 2026. And like I mentioned, this could be some sort of 9/11 style DEFCON level event. It could be a medical related emergency. They could claim that Trump was eating fast food and had a heart attack or something to that effect, or it could be something catastrophic. Because we know that they're going to, I've already identified numerous plots for July 19th, which I'm going to make another video tomorrow about it. But basically, they're going to stage a DEFCON level event during this match, which may be the impetus for the Trump heart attack as well. Because if there's an attack in Europe or attack in South America or Asia or elsewhere in the United States, this would obviously be transmitted to Trump and to the fans via their cell phones, and then there would be a mass panic. So shit's going to hit the fan on July 19th, Sunday, surrounding this final. I have identified numerous World War III plots. These include ICBM strikes, 9/11 style attacks, Russian hijack of American nuclear weapons in Turkey, attacks by the Israelis, all sorts of shit. So this impending event is going to be possibly the single most watched sporting event in the last 10 years, possibly history, because of the teams that are involved in this particular game and their respective fan bases in South America and Argentina, and the fact that it's being held in the United States. So obviously, if any sort of assassination event or terror attack transpires on the date of July 19th surrounding the 2026 FIFA World Cup finale, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.